Camilla in tears as King Charles gives Kate Middleton the crown as queen. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. At a ceremony meant to honor legacy and tradition, Queen Camilla was expected to stand proudly by King Charles's side, an image of unwavering support and quiet strength. But instead, in front of a stunned royal audience and under the gaze of the world's cameras, her eyes welled with tears. Because in a move no one saw coming, King Charles turned to Princess Catherine, Kate Middleton, and handed her the crown. Not in a symbolic gesture, not in a polite nod to the future, but in a definitive, public proclamation, Kate would be queen. The queen, his chosen successor in heart, spirit, and reign. And in that moment, everything changed. The shock heard around the palace. It began like any other high-profile royal event, a gathering of nobles, politicians, foreign dignitaries, and global press at Windsor Castle for what was billed as a modern celebration of continuity. With King Charles's health becoming an increasingly sensitive topic behind palace doors, many expected a ceremonial delegation of duties to Prince William. But instead, the king made a speech that no one was prepared for. "My time as your sovereign is one of duty, but also of reflection," Charles began, voice steady but heavy with emotion. "And in that reflection, I have come to understand that the future of the crown must not only be preserved, it must be redefined. Today, I name my daughter-in-law, Catherine, Princess of Wales, as Queen-in-Waiting. With my full blessing and the authority of the crown, she will assume the title and responsibilities of Queen Consort, effective immediately." Gasps rippled through the room. Cameras flashed. Jaws dropped. And at the center of it all, Queen Camilla's face slowly crumbled from composed to devastated. A decades-long battle in a single moment. To understand the emotional earthquake of that moment, you have to go back decades. Camilla Parker Bowles spent the better part of her adult life in the royal shadows, once scorned, then tolerated, finally accepted. After marrying Charles in 2005, she took on the role of dutiful royal wife, gradually earning the public's reluctant approval. Though the title of queen had long been contested, especially among those still loyal to the memory of Princess Diana, Camilla eventually was crowned queen consort beside Charles in his coronation. It was, in many ways, her ultimate redemption arc. But now, with a few unexpected words, King Charles had undone that arc entirely. By naming Kate as queen and transferring both the symbolic and functional weight of the role, he had effectively moved Camilla to the sidelines, publicly and forever. Kate's reaction: grace under fire. And then there was Kate. Stunned, silent, tearful, but controlled. As King Charles turned toward her and extended the ceremonial sash and crown, the Princess of Wales stood still for several seconds, as if frozen in disbelief. William gently touched her hand, grounding her, and she stepped forward. Kate accepted the crown not with triumph, but with humility. She didn't smile. She didn't celebrate. She curtsied. And then she looked directly at Camilla, not with pride, but with sorrow. The weight of the crown, for Kate Middleton, was never about power. It was about responsibility and love. Behind closed doors, the talk no one knew about. Sources close to the palace now confirmed that King Charles and Camilla had engaged in a series of private conversations in recent weeks, conversations that had grown more tense and emotionally charged. According to one senior aide, Camilla felt blindsided by Charles's growing closeness with Kate, especially after the king began referring to her as the soul of the modern monarchy. He was deeply reflective after his latest hospital stay, the source said. And more than ever, he was thinking about legacy, not just survival. He wanted the public to have a monarch they trusted, adored, and related to. And for him, that person was Kate. While Camilla reportedly asked for the decision to be delayed or kept private, Charles insisted it must be public and formal. It wasn't a demotion. It was destiny, said another palace insider. But to Camilla, it felt like betrayal. The people's queen all along. Public reaction was swift and divided. Royal traditionalists were stunned by the breach of expectation. Constitutional scholars were quick to analyze what the sudden transition could mean. But among everyday citizens, the response was more visceral. "Kate was always our queen," one woman told reporters outside Buckingham Palace. This just made it official. Social media lit up with support for the Princess of Wales. Hashtags like hashtag Queen Kate, hashtag Rightful Queen, and hashtag Kate the Great trended globally. Thousands of floral bouquets were placed outside Kensington Palace. "She's dignity personified," wrote one viral post. Camilla wore the crown, but Kate became it. Prince William, the silent pillar. Throughout the emotional roller coaster, Prince William remained silent, but visibly moved. As his father announced Kate as queen, William stood close behind her, his hand on her back, a steady presence. Later, a lip reader caught his whispered words to her. "You were always meant for this." No press statement, no grand speech, just quiet strength and support for the woman who will one day sit beside him as monarch. Camilla's exit, a curtain call without applause. Shortly after the ceremony, Queen Camilla was escorted from the venue through a side entrance. No farewell wave, no comment to press, only a solitary figure, once central, now sidelined, walking into an uncertain royal future. Reports say she returned to Clarence House and canceled all engagements for the week. Close friends say she is heartbroken but composed, focusing now on her charities and privacy. Whether she will retain any royal role or title remains unclear. A new chapter begins. With Kate now formally recognized as queen, the monarchy enters a new era, one defined not by lineage alone, but by public love and earned admiration. It's a bold move by King Charles. One some call revolutionary, others reckless. But in a palace filled with whispers and centuries of tradition, one thing is undeniable. The future of the crown now rests on the head and heart of Kate Middleton, and the world will be watching.